everything he says, it always gets taken out of context.
That's the thing with LeBron and being like a fan of his game is like you have to find a middle ground, right? I'm someone who like, yeah, I like the way he plays. I think he's a good player. I think he's the best I've seen, if I'm just being honest. But it's like ultimately, I'm not going to be blinded to when I see this guy fooling around or doing the wrong, playing goofy. Like I'm going to be honest, I'm like that wasn't a good game. Like that's it. But if it's like on the other side where it's like so there's two sides where he can never do anything wrong, and then there's the other side where everything he does is wrong. There are guys that'll be like, man, this guy's trash.
I'm like, for real.
I'm like, okay, you don't have to like the guy.
But you're gonna say he sucks.
He sucks, bro. Like, no, anything you say after that, I just can't take you seriously because I know you don't actually. What are you talking about? He sucks. He sucks, bro. You don't win a chip at an NBA Finals championship if you suck. I don't care if it's against any team. You can't. 50,000 points and the brother sucks. Come on,
he's not perfect. Yeah, he's traveled flops like every other
player.
Yeah,
what facts?
Like every other player. He might have done it more than other people, but I won't take that away from his game. He's still an amazing player.
But also factor in one thing that I think people don't really consider. Maybe people do actually. Maybe I'm underestimating people, but it's how long we've watched
longevity.
him.
Yeah, longevity.
But it's like because we've watched him so long, the evidence, there's so much more evidence of these shenanigans.
Well, yeah, he's the longest career in history, right?
Everything I've ever seen from Michael Jordan has been either on a professional interview or like it's an article. LeBron, bro, this brother be on people's phones all over the place. People are filming him. He's on social media. We have way more access to athletes now than we ever did. Because I'll tell you this much: if we had 4K access to Michael Jordan when it was Jaundice Jordan is what I like to call it, bro. Jaundice Jordan. If we had full access to Jaundice Jordan back when he was gambling and doing cocaine, all this stuff, you think that his legacy would be like it is today? Hell no.
Yeah, you're right. Definitely.
Imagine you saw how Draymond Green punched
Jordan Poole?
Yeah.
You would have never saw shit like that back. I guarantee they were fighting like crazy.
He punched Steve Kerr or something.
Jordan Poole punched Steve Kerr?
No, Jordan. Michael Jordan punched
when they're teammates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that.
We punched him out, bro. I was like, damn, all that? And I think Steve Kerr was like his first or second year in the league. Damn. I was like, what?
They joined Cavs after it.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know.
He came from the Cavs, no? I think he played on Cavs first, didn't he?
I don't remember. He might have.
I think he played on Cavs.
I don't think he was drafted by the Bulls. I don't think.
No. That was later in his career, in the 90s.
Yeah, that sounds about right. All I know is it's like a lot of this stuff that happens internally nowadays, we know it immediately, whereas back in the day, it was something you found out on a newspaper. How many niggas you know reading that? So right off the bat, it's like it's very easy.
Or you found out years later.
Exactly. So I think, but here's the thing though: generations come and new ones come in, and they reevaluate what they saw. That's why you hear a lot of the young guys now say, yeah, we're done with the 80s, bro. We're done with that because they're just going back and watching the footage. And if you do that honestly, you'll see that it's not that the games were necessarily bad, but you can definitely see a difference in the level of competition. You can see the skill gap. You can see it. There are guys that were afraid to dribble the ball. Their job was to move it and play defense. When I say play defense, meaning they did not add anything on offense. They had roles. Roles are not really a thing like they used to be.
But wait, when you say roles, like were they specialists? Like
exactly.
Like Dennis Rodman is the best example of that. All he did go and rebound, do it. That's it.
I don't think I've ever seen a jump shot. No, I'm serious. I don't think I've ever seen him shoot a jump shot like in my life, which is crazy.
He's the epitome of a role player to me.
Yeah, but like that's how guys made their money back in the day. They found their one.
Well, they didn't need to do anything else.
They had roles, man. Like if you were a pick and roll lob guy, that's what you did. There's nothing else you do. Now, if you're a big man, if you can't shoot a three, I don't know if you're getting on the court, bro. Like you got to be able to do a little something, right? Oh, the only one I know that's
or if you
I think the only one that I know that's still playing consistent, impactful minutes is Clint Capella. Like he's the one picking just lob it up. He doesn't even complain. He doesn't care. But he's made millions off that type of play.
Even Rudy Gobert just made $1 million off defense.
Rudy, man, I don't know about Rudy, but you're right though. His defense is crazy.
They don't need him on offense. They don't care.
They don't need him on offense.
They don't care.
Him just being in the paint is annoying.
Exactly.
It's just annoying.
Maybe not block the shot, but he disrupts.
But he goes after everything. That's why it's for an offensive team. Factoring him in, he doesn't care about his foul. He doesn't care about nothing. He just goes up there. So you're right. Yeah. There are still those guys in the league. They're just very rare now. They're very rare. Everyone needs to be able to do everything. Otherwise, you
Kind of, yeah.
you get drafted.
Traditional big is gone.
It's gone.
So that role, traditional big, like you guys, it won't be there.
I think it might come back, but for now, I don't know when that would be.
Yeah, I'll just say I don't think the teams valued it
As much as
they
before,
did
eh?
before.
Nah,
They just don't
I don't
care.
think so.
So like
Everyone wants that. Oh,
It's like the
Wemby
it's like the
prototype.
mid-range jumper. How many guys you see pulling
It's gone.
mid-range? It's gone, bro.
There always needs to be a mid-range guy.
Yeah. I bet a mid-range. Hey, man, I bet there was a problem mid-range. But
Who
it's
else?
gone.
LaMarcus Aldridge.
Aldridge, great
Killer
example.
mid-range.
Yeah.
Sean Livingston.
Even like-
Mid-range. I don't think he ever missed it. Mid-range.
I swear I've never seen him miss one. That's so
That came out,
fast.
it was like a season or something. I don't know what it was. He
Yeah,
never missed
yeah.
a mid-range that whole season.
Yeah, I remember that.
What the hell?
Yeah, that stuff is gone, bro. It's
Yeah.
either you shoot a three or you're all the way in the paint dunking.
Literally.
There's no in
There's
between.
no mid-range.
There's no in between games.
So like, when you talk about you know, when our parents compare us to like other kids, like how does that affect you guys, or has that ever happened?
I'm sure everyone that happens. Almost
Yeah.
everybody.
But I mean, that's what takes the joy out of the moment, right? Comparison takes the joy out of everything. It's like just enjoy what you have. Why are you comparing? That's why I think that, especially when people are watching sports nowadays, and it's always the older crowd. And this is, at the end of the day, this is something that we're eventually gonna mature into ourselves. As things change, you're gonna be like, hey man, I don't know about this young guy stuff. We're gonna get there too
but
eventually.
do you guys see it
But-
like when the younger players are coming in? Like, do you guys kind of see?
Bro, they're different, bro. Everybody's wearing nail polish in the league now. It's a different league, bro.
Back then, I would not
It's a
slide in
different
NBA.
league. You're not
I would
seeing
not
that back
slide
in the day.
NBA.
David,
Remember when Jason Collins came and said that shit about him? Boom, they got his ass out of here.
when David Stern was the commissioner, brother, you had to wear a suit to the game. Now you got fashionistas walking through the
Fashionistas.
damn.
With purses and nail
And I
polish.
don't have necessarily a problem with it, but that right there, I can see someone who grew up a little bit old school looking at these guys and being like, all right, look at this soft ass. I can see it because I'm watching these guys and I'm like, dude, you're wearing a crop top. Come on, dude.
Bro.
Like lock in, bro. You got a game to play and you out here trying to be Beyonce. What is? No, but seriously, like that's what my problem is. That it's fine if you want to dress that way,
a lot of them turn into divas. Eh?
but it takes folks
Right.
out of the experience because they're looking at you as an athlete.
Wasn't that Kyle Kuzma?
Hey, bro, man, Kyle Kuzma.
What do you do?
He was all about fashion, bro. When he was in the. But honestly, if I'm being honest, I kind of miss Kuzma on the Lakers, bro. Not because like I
What
wanted
else is
that.
prime?
I just think that he's got good size. He's a decent shooter. I don't see why he would be a problem now. But at the same time, it's at the time we did need to get away from him, and he's matured into pretty average player, not too special. But
Hey, he's still an NBA.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think he would have been a bad addition on the team to have at this point.
Still in the NBA.
But I wouldn't have minded if he stuck around. I wouldn't have minded if Lonzo stuck around, for example. But then we wouldn't be in a situation where we have Luka. So you gotta take,
Everything
you
happens
gotta
for
give
a
and
reason.
take. Because I like Luka, and even though he complains and it bugs me to my
He's
core,
the best player on your team right now.
he is the best player on the team. Hell, he's top 3 in the world. So it is what it is. LeBron is our 3rd best player. I think Austin Reeves
is
on any given day is better than
You know what's
LeBron.
crazy?
is.
Like, the
What it
Lakers,
is.
you have a bunch of like good white players. Not
Great, bro. Great, and that's
Pretty
different
much.
for
Jake
LA. bro.
LaRavia, like you got Dalton Connect on the bench.
Out of nowhere, that guy came out of nowhere too. Absolute beautiful piece. Yeah, man, Lakers. We're sitting good, and I didn't think we were sitting good. And when the season started, I was kind of nervous. But now looking back, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, we'll be all right. I don't know if we're going all the way because
That's not happening.
they're still honestly
What about if you guys play OKC in the final? Do they have a chance?
in the.
Not in the
Lakers
final, but
not-
like, in the playoffs.
I'm not that scared of OKC.
You think Lakers could beat OKC?
I think
Anybody
they
can beat anybody, but it's on 7 games. I mean, come on.
I'm more worried about Nuggets and
Spurs.
the Spurs than I am OKC.
Spurs, in my opinion, I think they're going in the finals.
There is no one.
I want Houston to go to the finals, but I don't think it's happening.
Houston.
Yeah.
Hey, oh no, bro.
Bro, we got a better
Houston.
chance than Lakers.
I think it's a toss-up. I don't know. Better? Better's strong. Better's kind of strong. You don't think Better's strong?
Bro, do you not see what happened to Austin Reeves?
I did.
He got injured.
How long is he out for? I didn't see.
Rest of the season.
Oh my jeez. All right. That'll.
So now,
Yeah.
He's, like,
okay.
really good, but, like-
All right. Yeah, you might have got me on that one. Because see, I try to not watch as much Laker games now than I used to because mentally I just can't handle that shit. Emotionally either, to be quite honest with you. So I knew Austin Reeves was injured. I didn't know it was for. I thought it was for the rest of the regular season.
Yeah, I think the rest of the regular season.
But playoff time,
I don't know. I don't know what they said about playoffs, but rest of the regular season.
So, like, what about when it comes to like trophies and stats? When they compare that, like Jordan has 6 rings, but then they'll compare it with LeBron.
Everybody on the team gets a ring. But the reason how you got that ring is what's more important, in my opinion.
So, should someone be diminished, like you said?
No, like we could say like so like we brought up this example before, like Bill Russell, he has like 11 rings, right? So obviously he's not better than Jordan or LeBron. Definitely, obviously not, right? So
I think the
that
problem
argument
is, yeah, no, I'll let you.
Yeah, let me pick.
I'll say like how they got the rings and who they played against to get those championships.
Matters.
Yeah, that's how I'll say like, how
I
hard
agree.
was it to get that ring? Was it a shitty season? Was it a good season?